come take a look through the orange lens, my friends. How you doing, folks? Use the force. Positive mental attitude. You know how we do, right? So, I just went to the Kill the Bill March in Brighton. Live fed it to YouTube, so you can go on to my Guywithafork through the orange lens page on YouTube, and you can chickadee check it out. It was interesting. It was interesting. I didn't know it was happening until this morning. I haven't been seeing much media. I hadn't seen anything on what little social media scrolling I've done. And my mate sent me a screenshot of the Argus, saying that that there was a Kill the Bill march down at the level. So I was like, all right, better get myself down there, really. My glasses are, I feel like my glasses are all steamy, people. Maybe it's just the reflection coming from the window. I think it's just the reflection from the window. Anyway, yes, I went down there, and it was very good. There was very, very many people there. Like the beginning of the video, you know, it's very sparse. There's a band there, not band, but just like drummers. It sounded awesome. And yeah, slowly but surely, sort of people started gathering, and then, you know, there was people all around the park because it was at the level, right? So you couldn't really tell how many people were there for what. And then someone grabs a mic, and so everyone sort of converges on this spot, and then a few speakers say some really powerful things, which was really good. And then they're like, right, so we're going to march. I'm like, brilliant, brilliant. This isn't going to be a stationary gig. So, and then we leave the level, and I get in front of the march with the camera to watch them coming out of the level, and it was like, oh shit, pretty much everyone in the park was there for that. What looked like a group of maybe like, stop that pub. What looked like a group of maybe like, I don't know, 100 people suddenly turned into several hundred, right? Like just pouring out the pot. And then what was really funny was, I guess it's not funny, I guess, you know, I'm suspicious of people are going to be suspicious of me. I've had people being very suspicious of me and questioning me highly in all sorts of manners and ways. But so I'm there, and I've got my camera on its like little rig. It's in the car, so I can't show it. But and I'm filming everyone coming out, and there's this guy, and he stood like just off to the, and I'm like, it kind of feels like he's trying to stand in my way. And he's sort of checking over his shoulder and slowly but surely putting himself like in front of me. So I've got a big old pole. So I just jimmy the pole up in the air over him. And he's turned around and looked at me. I just give him a big old smile like, all right, mate, you're okay. And he's standing there. And so anyway, then I start to move with the camera, and he starts moving with me, and he's chasing me. And I'm like, this is strange. So I spoke to him, and I was like, what's up, mate? Like, have I offended you somehow? And he called me a cop. He said, oh, you fucking... And then he starts saying how he's been in the miners' protest, this, that and the other, and blah, blah. He could have been a cop himself. Who knows, right? That's the thing. So I don't give a shit. You know, I'm not about to stop doing what I'm doing. Bubba, you're going to stop eating yourself. I'm going to put that cone on you. Please stop. So, who knows? But so I just said, I was like, you got a phone? You can check me out. I told him my name. I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, part of me, I'm not here to hide anything. So I was like, and I'm like, anyone got a mobile phone? Mobile phone. Just jump on my social media. Show this man who I am. He thinks I'm a cop. I spoke to him for a minute. He was all right after that. And so then I proceeded on to record the march, and it was epic. And it comes out of the level going south towards the sea, and then they take a left up the street that goes up towards the police station. I'm like, no, they're going to go past the police station. Brilliant. No, they didn't go past the police station. We got to the police station and stopped outside of it. I mean, you know, it was probably best part of 500 people, if not more. or slightly less. And they're all chanting. And the old Bill just stood there like, you know. And someone on you spotted me and come over and said hello and that. And I'm like, yeah, it's nuts. And he's like, I've just been going, he's like, he's such a troublemaker. He's like, I've just been going up and down the front line, just like looking in their eyes, because they're all told not to look in your eyes. I'm like, really, are they? You know, maybe so, you know, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because anyone who is a police officer, like, if you're chasing down people like me, or freedom fighters, freedom speakers, free speakers, who the fuck are you working for, man? Like, they, at some point, many of them must go and go ahead and ask a question, right? Like, they're not supposed to, and if you're in the police force, you'd have been chosen because you followed orders better, because you wouldn't question your masters. And there you've got so many people. And I just got back, and it turns out this is up and down the country, right? This isn't like a little march in Brighton or a big march in London. I believe there was, I got back and looked on YouTube, and yeah, it looks like there's a lot, and it's just more and more. And someone had come onto my live stream, and I saw them saying like, oh, you know, they're clearly trolls, right? They're clearly trolls, because they were sort of saying, oh, people are confused what they're protesting for, there's this, that and the other. And I ignored most of them, and I eventually just sort of made a comment and just sort of said, like, look, it doesn't matter what organisation you are promoting awareness for, what you're marching for, what rights you're trying to protect. This shit is affecting us all. It doesn't matter whether you're marching for BLM, whether you're marching for, you know, gay and lesbian and trans and the rights. Like, everyone's got rights. Everyone should be able to pretty much live how they want, right? Like, if you're not causing harm on other people, what's it got to do with anyone else? So it's very interesting. That's right. So we left the park, and we head south. We go up past the police station, stop there. It's all like chanting at the police station. They literally, as we're coming down the road, there's like a line of cops all outside the police station, just stood there like that. Like, and you couldn't. It didn't feel like they were. It didn't feel like respect, but it could have been. But they were too staunch. There wasn't any like, shit, man, we are people like you and we get it. You know, some bad shit's been going on. You know, there's bad coppers, they've got to be dealt with, because it's not about, you know, that sort of like that mentality you get in many places where it's you look after your own, right? You look out for your own. No, you look out for everybody. So, but surely the old Bill there's got to be many of them asking questions. This is why in one of my last videos I said we need to keep a space in community for people that aren't a part of that particular community. Always be prepared to accept people. Like, you know, there's people that are overly paranoid about, you know, infiltration and stuff like that, police, and I get that. But then I just think that shit's gonna happen. Like, I was watching a very interesting interview that Julian Assange did, and down in the descriptions you'll find that. You're also going to find the like button along there, so you can tap that. Please subscribe to my channel and keep me over 1,000 followers so I can continue doing live feeds, which I'm also going to do every Sunday. So tomorrow I'll do this live. You know, not like that, you know, it's whatever. Right, this is what I'm doing. This is part of my speaking out, trying to raise awareness. You know, doing the music. I'll go to as many marches as I can and getting involved with as many people as I can. You know, just with the hope of creating some good change, right? Regardless of whether it's fucking doomsday or not, I'm gonna try and do the right thing. You know, I'm not gonna be. You know, I've looked at loads of deep, dark information. I got depressed. I've come out the other side of that. stronger and better for it. You know, I risked losing some friendships along the way, but the true friendships didn't get lost. So this is something we need to remember. We act with care, and we should continue to do that. Yes, we should be strong. Yes, we should take no bullshit. But where people are concerned, not institutes, not the force or the government or the education system, but people, teachers, headmasters, constables, sergeants, brickies, just people, right? We're all people. The systems have divided us. The institutes have kept us divided. Right? And we just need to move against that. So, moving along, we went off from the police station and then did a right down the hill, bottom of the hill, left towards the seafront. So we're heading south, and we get to the roundabout. So I've like scooted across the roundabout, got to the other side so I can get a nice view of like the pack coming across the main roundabout outside the Palace Pier, right? All of a sudden, they start sitting down. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Right in the middle of the roundabout. I mean, flooded the roundabout. No cars could have got across it, right? And then they couldn't. Everyone just sat down and started chanting at the old bill. I saw two people in cars that were grumpy. One was a guy in a very big Mercedes. He spoke to the cops for a bit, obviously showing his dismay and his support to them. And, you know, and there was another woman in some little car, and she was, how are you doing? And her, I actually said something to. I just went, you know, there is a really good point there here. You could easily find out. You know, it's not letting the haters generate hate, right? It's not them and us, it's us. And them, more often than not, are people that have just been through the system, reacted how they've reacted. Everyone reacts differently to everything, right? You know, so yeah, we were on the roundabout and they've all sat down and it was just fucking fabulous. So yeah, and then eventually they all got up and we carried on along the seafront up to the clock tower, where they proceeded to sit again. And they went and sat in the entire junction of the clock tower and jammed it all up. It was fucking beautiful. You know, and they start chanting like all sorts of things. It was, I've been smiling all day. So that was really cool. And then my phone bleeps up that the battery's going to die. I didn't have I've got a battery pack that I got for my phone that I can easily just strap it underneath my thing. I picked it up this morning. It was an impromptu thing, wasn't it? I wasn't prepared for it, and that was dead, so I didn't have the battery power to finish the protest and any speaks at the end. So but that was what it was. You know, I've got work to do on some music. I've got a new song to work on, so I was keen to get back and get on with that, and drop you guys a little video and just sort of say what's up. So you know, there's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of people up for it in many different ways, from many different areas, for many different reasons. But the fundamental thing that we all seem to be agreeing on is the government are so corrupt, it needs replacing. Reform at the very least to start with. But we need a complete reshape of what governance looks like. Because it's very clear that the corruption's gone too far. The police have been too misguided. And it's not good enough. And it's beautiful to see so many people standing up, coming out and joining together. And that's what we've got. So anyway, I'm going to keep this one under 15 today. Tomorrow I'm going to do a live feed. Going to sort of recap on the week and just sort of jam with you. See if you want to come and join me live tomorrow. Do that. I don't know exactly what time it'll be. It's me, so if you catch it live, you catch it live. If you don't, you don't. It's no big deal to me. But I'd just like to, I'm going to start doing the lives every Sunday so that we can interact. Anyway, use force, positive mental attitude. Be kind with your thoughts to yourselves like you would for others. Keep loving your hearts for yourselves like you would for others, and let's get it. Get what, John? Awareness course. Peace in.